Every August, the Federal Aviation Administration and Transport Canada publish their annual holdover time guidelines revision. This allows time to operators to incorporate any required changes into their documentation and training before the start of the northern winter. Any changes to the operator's documentation must be approved by the local regulator. Changes may include newly qualified de-icing fluids, or removal due to obsolescence, changes in procedures, or new supplemental guidance. The main changes from last year for holdover timetables are: a new section describing complementary documents where defined degree-specific holdover times and guidance material. The degree-specific holdover times database contains an expanded set of snow precipitation holdover times, calculated at degree decrements, in degrees Celsius, down to the fluid's lowest operational use temperature. The degree-specific holdover times database cannot be used in its published form, but must be incorporated into an internal publication of a modified holdover times table, an electronic presentation of a holdover times table, a verified digital display, for example, an electronic flight bag application. Fluid-specific holdover time guidelines have been created for 9 new fluids. The holdover times guidelines for Kill Frost Ice Clear 2 and LNT Solution E450 have been removed. Minor decreases have been made to the Type 2 generic holdover times as a result of the new fluids and data. Several decreases have been made to the Type 4 generic holdover times as a result of the new fluids and data. Further testing has enabled fluid-specific holdover times in very cold snow, below -14 degrees Celsius, for the following 10, Type 2, and Type 4 fluids. The holdover times table for Aviation Shunchi Clean Wing 2 has been expanded to include 3 columns in snow. Holdover times have been added and updated, for light, very light, and moderate snow, as a result of additional data being collected. The freezing fog or ice crystals column has been modified to freezing fog, freezing mist or ice crystals, and a note was added to all hot tables, to address freezing mist. Freezing mist is never reported by meter, however it can occur when mist is present at 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and below. Freezing mist is best confirmed by observation. Mist must be reported alone in order to use the holdover times in the freezing fog, freezing mist, or ice crystals column in the holdover time tables. If mist is reported mixed with another precipitation condition, these holdover times do not apply, and mist could be treated as an obscuration. Note 5, in the Type 1 and Type 3 holdover time tables, and Note 4 in the Type 2 and Type 4 holdover time tables, have been modified to allow for the use of light freezing rain holdover times, in conditions of very light, or light snow, mixed with drizzle. A separate ice pellet allowance timetable for Type 4 ethylene glycol-based fluids created, and editorial changes made to notes in Type 4 ethylene glycol and Type 4 propylene glycol allowance timetables. Precipitation intensity designators were added to mixed condition second precipitation types in all allowance times tables. A column was added to all allowance times tables to indicate the applicable meter codes for each precipitation type. The notes in all allowance times tables related to light ice pellets mixed with rain, and moderate ice pellets, or small hail, mixed with rain, have been reworded to indicate that no allowance times exist in these conditions, for temperatures of 0 degrees Celsius and below. The note, in all allowance times tables, related to small hail, has been expanded to explain differences in reporting small hail, in and outside the United States. The list of fluids has been updated, to reflect the latest information available, on all de-icing and anti-icing fluids. Minor editorial changes have been made to the Type 1 fluid application table, to clarify the procedure for one-step de-icing and anti-icing.